Hi, it's Caitlin, and I'm here today with a new collection from Girly Bits and some exciting news about the brand. If you haven't already heard the news, Girly Bits Cosmetics has a new home, and that is at Gracie J & Co. I will link the shop down in the description. It's a new stockist website that will stock Girly Bits as well as many other indie brands, as well as many other artisan products like art and pens and stationery and skincare and all of those things. So I definitely recommend checking it out. In order to celebrate this new partnership, Girly Bits has collaborated with the owners of Gracie J & Co. to create a Friends-inspired collection. Tara is the new owner of Gracie J & Co. and she and Pam have been friends forever, and Tara is a diehard fan of the TV show Friends. So they collaborated to create this 10-piece collection, which has lots of really fun polishes. And you'll be able to buy this new collection on the Gracie J & Co. website from March 10th through the 18th. I'll include the specifics down below in the description. And let's get into the swatches. I thought I'd start with the lightest colors and then move into the darker shades in the collection. So first up we have Pivot, and this one is described as a warm pale taupe with a peachy gold shimmer and scattered hollow. This one has a really good formula. I'm probably going to sound like a broken record because Girly Bits has been around for so long and makes such wonderful, beautiful polishes, and these are exactly that. I built this one up in 2 coats. I don't know if anyone would need 3. It covers really nicely in 2. It has a really strong shimmer to it, and the hollow is super plentiful. It all just works very well together. And of course, I will recommend a good glossy top coat as you're seeing here. And for someone as pale as me, this works as a really beautiful nude nails but better option. It just almost looks like there's nothing there except for that beautiful shimmer and the hollow. So I lucked out with the color of this one. It works really well for me and it's really nice. Moving along, we have another light shade. This one is I Wasn't Supposed to Put Beef in the Trifle, and this one is a light caramel apple shade with a red to copper to gold shimmer, a pinpoint holographic micro glitter, and small sky blue glitter. I don't think I've ever heard of pinpoint holographic micro glitter, but whatever it is, it's very twinkly and sparkly and works very well in this polish. This one is slightly deeper in tone than Pivot, and the sky blue glitters definitely set it off and make it slightly different. It does have a similar shimmer, and this one might be a little more on the copper orange side of things compared to the other one, which is mostly peachy. Here it is in 2 coats plus top coat. Because of those holographic sky blue glitters, you might need 2 layers of top coat or a glitter grabber just to get a super smooth finish if you're very picky about texture. Here we have They Don't Know That We Know They Know We Know, and this one is a pink leaning rose gold chrome metallic base with gold shimmer and scattered hollow. This one is really fun. I like that metallic base that Girly Bits uses. I have another polish from years and years ago called, I think it's Xmas and O's, something like that, and this reminded me of it a little bit because of that beautiful rose gold metallic-y base. Another polish that built up really nicely in 2 coats, and you will just need 1 layer of a good glossy top coat for this one to get everything smooth. It won't be difficult to remove either, and I love the combination of the hollow and the metallic flakes. That's a favorite combo of mine. I think it looks really fun and twinkly. So here it is in 2 coats plus top coat, and it's just really beautiful in every lighting. Moving along, we have Rock, Paper, Scissors, Fire. And this one is described as a sheer pink to orange to cyan shimmer with scattered hollow and crushed gold flakies. So this one is really, really interesting and unique. I'm thinking the base might be clear, except it's just packed with the shimmer. So it does build up really nicely, and honestly, the elements in this one are really interesting. I think the shimmer and those gold flakes and the hollow make this a very unique polish. I think the formula is really good. I personally got opacity in 2 coats, but some people might need 3. I just love how fluid the Girly Bits formula is. It glides on the nail. I never have any issues with it feeling too thick or drying too quickly as I'm applying. It's just truly a perfect formula. So here it is in 2 coats plus top coat, and this one is just so interesting. Hopefully you can see that sort of pinky purple shift at the more extreme angles. Everything in here is totally gorgeous. And now we have I'm not great at the advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment? This one is described as a pale robin egg blue with green scattered hollow and a beautiful pink to peach to gold color shifting shimmer. This one has a fantastic formula. Again, it is on the sheer side, and I do think that the shimmer in this one is really strong. It complements the base color beautifully, and the hollow is just such a nice accent. I did leave this in 2 coats, but I think some people might need 3, depending on the way you paint your nails and how visible your free edge is. My nail line was just barely covered, but I liked how it looked in 2, so I left it. As you can see, there's a ton of hollow. The shimmer is super, super strong, and it is totally gorgeous. I am a sucker for polishes like this with that base color and that kind of shimmer. I don't think they look that good on me, but I like them anyway, and I just think this one is really well done. So here it is in overcast lighting. Here we have first name crap, last name bag, and this one is a gorgeous ripe pear hollow with a dusting of iridescent aqua flakes. So this is a stunning linear hollow. If you're a fan of greens, then I recommend you don't miss this one because it's truly beautiful. It's like a golden peridot color. I'll get raked over the coals again for my pronunciation of that word, but that's what it reminds me of. Beautiful jewel. I mean, I guess it's described as a pear, but it's making me think of the gemstone, and I love the addition of those aqua flakes. It adds a really beautiful dimension to it, and it looks fantastic in 2 coats. I don't think many people would need more than 2, and of course a good top coat will help enhance that linear hollow effect. As you can see, it's just beautiful and golden and sunny, and unfortunately there was no sun when I swatched this, but it still looks great even under my artificial lighting, and it even looks good in the shade. Here we have Hello Mrs. Ross. Well, hello there, Mr. Rachel. And this one is another gorgeous hollow, and it's described as a plum wine hollow base with a reddish golden sheen. So this one, I would say the linear hollow is a little less intense than the previous polish, but the shimmer is definitely stronger, and it's just a beautiful sort of vampire linear hollow if you're into that kind of finish. And again, fantastic formula. I truly love working with Girly Bits polishes. They're so easy to apply. They last really well for me. I honestly never experience any issues with staining. And if I hadn't already mentioned this earlier, the Gracie J & Co website offers free shipping to Canada and the US when you spend $100 Canadian. So here it is in 2 coats plus top coat. You can see how rainbowy this one is. You can also see that shimmer. It's just a beautiful combo, and it looks really good again in almost every lighting and every angle. This one's called That's Not Even a Word, and this one is a murky gray base with scattered hollow and a flashy green to violet large particle shimmer. This one is definitely on the sheer side, so I will recommend building it up in 2 coats, potentially 3 depending on your application style. And this one has super intense shimmer, as you are going to see shortly, and you can probably already tell. It builds up really easily. It dries very quickly in between coats, so you're not waiting around or having to worry about anything dragging by the time you apply your next coat. And I did do 3 just because I thought it could be a bit deeper and just cover a little more completely in 3 coats, and I think that was the right choice for this polish. This one just dries down a tiny bit dull, so I will recommend a really good glossy top coat to enhance the holographic effect. And the top coat I'm using is Cuticle Limitless because it's my favorite, and it does not dull hollow in my experience, or at least none of these hollows. And as you can see, that sparkly large particle shimmer is very in your face. It looks fantastic with all the other elements of the polish. You definitely see the purple at the more extreme angles and the green at my tips. It just is a really unique polish, and I really like it. Here we have Thigh Mega Tampon, and this one is a medium turquoise blue packed with gold to peach to orange color shifting flakes and black microflakes. This one I loved and definitely is one of my top picks from the collection. I just love everything about it. As you can see, those color shifting flakes are really, really beautiful and really shifty, and I also really love black microflakes. So I was super happy to see them in this polish. I feel like they were having a moment last summer, but I haven't seen too many of them since. So here, this has a ton of like varying sizes of flakes. Some of them are really big, which I think is really fun. And it does dry down a little dull and slightly textured looking because of all the flakes, but it won't be difficult to remove. And 1 layer of top coat will smooth everything out, just as you're seeing here. So this is it in 2 coats plus top coat, and I absolutely love how luminous this is. I love how the flakes look when you're out of direct lighting. It's just really entertaining to look at all of them in their various sizes and shapes. And I think it's a super unique polish. I don't have anything else like this in my collection, and I am in love with it. So here we have Joey Doesn't Share Food, which could also just be Caitlin Doesn't Share Food because I don't like to share my food. I like to eat it all myself. And this one is a deep peacock blue to green with a large particle green to indigo shimmer. And this one is really opaque and really densely packed with that pigment in the base. It looks fantastic, and thankfully I didn't experience any staining with this. I don't swatch with a base coat, but if you're planning to wear it for any length of time, I will recommend a good base coat just to be safe. But like I said, I didn't experience any of the indicators of a staining polish that I usually can tell when I swatch. So this again looks fantastic in 2 coats, and it does just dry down a bit dull, so I recommend a good top coat over it to just make it as shiny and glossy as possible. And here it is in 2 coats plus top coat. I'm a really big fan of the combination of the colors in this polish and just how shifty it is on the nail. it's absolutely beautiful. And last but not least, in the Friends collection, we have Has It Always Been Purple? And this one is the gift with purchase. If you purchase the full Friends collection during the initial launch on the website. So this one is a deep lavender crelly, and it's supposed to match the door that they have in the show Friends. And it's a really close match. I don't know if I'm capturing it here on camera because I find creams can be hard to capture, but when it was on my nails and I looked at a picture of the door, it really captured it very nicely. I will recommend building this one up in 2 coats, but it covers so evenly and easily in those 2 coats. I will also recommend a good glossy top coat to make it as shiny as possible. And this one is just really beautiful. If you're a fan of purples or lavenders, then this is a great option. So here it is in 2 coats plus top coat. And I wanted to give a full hand shot so you could just see how it looks on all of my nails. And also releasing in the Gracie and Jay shop along with the collection is what was the Black Friday 2022 gift with purchase from Girly Bits. So if you weren't able to get that on Black Friday, you can get it now. And I don't know if I'm going to get demonetized for saying this, but it's obviously a take on Let It Snow, but just kind of sectioned out a little differently, which makes it hilarious. And it's a stunning silver holographic nail polish with a beautiful iridescent blue shimmer. And this has a really gorgeous, unique formula, which creates a mesmerizing rainbow effect. So I built this one up in 3 coats just because I thought it didn't cover totally on the second, but in all honesty, if it was just me wearing it out, I would not do 3 coats. I'd leave it in 2, but it's totally opaque in 3 coats, and that blue shimmer is very snowy and wintry, and it shows up really beautifully. And the hollow in this one is really, really intense. It is a really interesting finish overall. It kind of looks like television static. It gives that holographic effect, which I super duper love. And that blue shimmer, like I said, really pops off the nail. It's super luminous and just absolutely gorgeous. My favorites from the collection are Rock, Paper, Scissors, Fire. I just think that's a really unique polish, and it's almost a neutral, or at least I would consider it almost a neutral, but obviously with a bit of a twist. It's just really elegant, and all the elements work really well together. They're subtle, but they're also there, and they kind of just pop really nicely together. And I also absolutely love Thigh Mega Tampon. I just think it's a beautiful polish. I love all of the elements in it. It's just really bold and beautiful, and it has a great formula. So let me know in the comments what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you're planning on picking anything up from the Gracie J & Co website when the collection launches. And I guess that's it for me. I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!